Okay, can we talk about something that's been driving me absolutely crazy? I was scrolling through social media last week, and I saw this gorgeous maternity photo shoot. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? The flowing gowns, the dramatic sleeves, the ethereal vibes. But here's what hit me like a ton of bricks. Every single dress looked exactly the same. Same style, same colors, same everything. And I thought, wait a minute. When did maternity photo shoot fashion become this cookie-cutter situation? Because let me tell you, there's a whole world of possibilities we're missing out on. And I'm about to spill all the tea on whether this dress trend is actually worth your hard-earned money, or if there's something way better waiting for you. So here's the thing, and I know you've been there too. You're planning this beautiful maternity photo shoot, right? You want to look absolutely stunning, capture this magical moment, and what happens? You go online, you browse through hundreds of maternity dresses, and suddenly you realize they all look like they came from the same factory. You've got your basic off-shoulder gown, your typical wrap dress, maybe a few with some lace details if you're lucky. But here's what really gets me. None of them seem to fit quite right, do they? And don't even get me started on the sizing nightmare. You're dealing with a body that's changing literally by the day, and these mass-produced dresses expect you to fit into their standard measurements. Too tight in the bust, too loose in the waist, or heaven forbid, too short because apparently pregnant women don't have long torsos. Plus, you're competing with every other expecting mama for that same perfect dress. And let's be honest, showing up to your photo shoot in the same dress as 3 other people on Instagram isn't exactly the vibe we're going for, is it? Now, I know what you're thinking, but custom design must be so expensive. Let me bust this myth right now, because this is exactly what the fast fashion industry wants you to believe. When you really break down the numbers, you're already spending a decent chunk of change on a dress you'll wear once, that doesn't fit perfectly, and that you'll probably never feel completely confident in. What if I told you that for sometimes just a little bit more, you could have something that's designed specifically for your body, your style, and your vision? I recently worked with an expecting mama who had this amazing story. She had fallen in love with this vintage-inspired look. Think 1940s glamour meets modern maternity wear. But everywhere she looked, it was either super modern and minimalist, or overly bohemian and flowy. Nothing captured that old Hollywood elegance she was dreaming of. So we designed this incredible emerald green velvet gown with Art Deco beading details, a perfect empire waist that celebrated her bump, and sleeves that made her feel like a movie star. The result? She told me she felt like the most beautiful version of herself, and her photos became family heirlooms. That's the power of custom design. It's not just about the dress, it's about how it makes you feel. All right. So you're convinced that you deserve something special for your maternity photo shoot. But where do you even start? I'm going to give you 3 game-changing tips that will completely transform how you approach this whole process. And trust me, by the end of this, you're going to see why custom design isn't just an option. It's the only way to go. First tip, and this is huge. Stop thinking of your pregnancy as something to hide or just accommodate. Your changing body is literally creating life. Instead of just draping fabric over your bump, think about how you can celebrate it. Custom design allows you to create silhouettes that highlight your best features while honoring this incredible journey. Maybe you want to show off those gorgeous shoulders, or perhaps you want sleeves that make you feel elegant and covered. The point is, you get to decide what feels right for your body and your confidence level. Second tip, color is your absolute secret weapon, and here's where most people get it wrong. Everyone gravitates toward those safe, neutral tones, the blush pinks, the creamy whites, the dusty blues. But what if your personality is bold and vibrant? What if you look incredible in jewel tones? Custom design means you can choose colors that make your skin glow and reflect who you are. I've seen mamas rock everything from deep burgundy to rich forest green. And let me tell you, the photos are absolutely stunning because they're authentic to who they are. And here's the third tip that will blow your mind. The fabric choice can make or break your entire look. Those mass-produced dresses? They're often made with synthetic materials that don't photograph well and don't feel amazing against your skin. But when you go custom, you can choose fabrics that flow beautifully, photograph like a dream, and feel incredible to wear. Silk charmeuse for that liquid-like drape, chiffon for ethereal movement, or even luxurious cotton blends for comfort without sacrificing style. The right fabric doesn't just look good. It moves with you, flatters you, and makes the whole experience so much more enjoyable. Let me tell you about this incredible mama I worked with recently. She came to me with this vision. She wanted something that honored her cultural heritage while being completely modern and chic. She described this dream of incorporating subtle traditional embroidery patterns but in a contemporary silhouette that would photograph beautifully. We started with sketches, played with different necklines, and finally landed on this stunning A-line gown with hand-embroidered details that told her family's story. The sleeves were designed to be removable, so she could have two completely different looks in one dress. When she put it on for the first time, she actually started crying, not because it was overwhelming, but because she said she felt like herself, just the most beautiful version of herself. That's what happens when every single detail is designed specifically for you. Now let's talk about what's actually trending in maternity photoshoot fashion right now, because there are some incredible directions we're seeing. The whole ethereal goddess vibe is still going strong, but we're seeing it evolve into more sophisticated territory. Think structured bodices with flowing skirts, off-shoulder designs with interesting sleeve details, and my personal favorite, the return of the dramatic train. But here's the thing about trends. They should inspire you, not limit you. If you love the bohemian look but you're more of a minimalist person, we can create something that has those flowing elements, but with clean, modern lines. The beauty of custom design is that you get to pick and choose what speaks to you, and leave the rest behind. So here's what I want you to imagine. Walking into your photo shoot wearing something that was created just for you. Every curve, every detail, every color choice was made with your vision in mind. You're not worried about how it fits because it was designed for your body. You're not concerned about looking like everyone else because this dress exists nowhere else in the world. You feel confident, you feel beautiful, and you feel authentically yourself. That's exactly what I want to help you create, and it's easier than you think to get started. All you need to do is head to the link in the description below and book a consultation. We'll talk about your vision, your style, your photo shoot goals, and start designing something that's completely and utterly yours. Listen, your maternity photo shoot is going to be one of those moments you look back on for the rest of your life. Your kids are going to see these photos, your grandkids are going to see these photos. Don't you want them to see you looking absolutely incredible and completely yourself? Custom dress design isn't just about having a pretty dress. It's about celebrating this amazing chapter of your life in a way that feels authentic and special. When you work with me, you're not just getting a dress, you're getting a design experience that's tailored to you, quality craftsmanship that will last, and most importantly, you're getting something that will make you feel like the absolute goddess you are. So what are you waiting for? Click that link, book your consultation, and let's create something magical together. And hey, if you found this helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more fashion insights, and share it with any expecting mamas in your life who deserve to feel absolutely amazing. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's your dream maternity photo shoot look? I read every single one and I love hearing your ideas. And definitely stick around because I'm diving into something that's going to completely change how you think about maternity style. We're talking about the biggest maternity wardrobe mistakes that are making you look frumpy instead of fabulous. And trust me, you don't want to miss that one.